Hi everyone! I've been wanting to make over one of my old households that I uploaded to the Sims 4 gallery way back in the day, and I was just taking a look and this household caught my eye. It's a group of 5 different teens, and I honestly so cleverly called this household Teens. And yeah, as I said, I uploaded them back in 2016, so over 8 years ago, meaning I was 15 years old, and probably, meant for these people, these teens, to be around the same age that I was. But their outfits are really not it, and they just don't look anything like how I would make Sims in 2024. So I think they'd be a perfect candidate for some makeovers. So I'm gonna bring you into cast real quick and show you what they look like before we start. Here they are. They are obviously very much giving 2016 Sims options, and they're just not really like Sims that I would want walking around in my world necessarily, just because they're not, the most like interesting looking or like the most diverse. So I just want to kind of reimagine them to be how I would want to make them if I were creating them for the first time in 2024. And I need to get rid of the business casual for some of these Sims because what high schooler is walking into class with a blazer, Miss Girl? Okay, so first off we have Iris, and I guess I was trying to make her kind of like the preppy girl. I made her jealous, active, and she originally had the party aspiration, but I ended up changing that to the admired icon aspiration because I feel like she kind of wants to be the popular girl and be friends with everyone, at least on the surface. So I kept her style kind of preppy, but a bit more cute and something that a teenager would actually wear. I had her in like these wedges, like heels kind of before, and that is just not what I remember many high school students walking into class with. Actually, I think I can remember like a few times that I saw someone wear heels, but it was not on a regular basis. But like I said, all of them, including Iris, were a victim of 2016 options for Sims clothes, and they use no CC, like I said, and I only used 4 packs on them. I had Get Together, Get to Work, Spa Day, and Movie Hangout stuff, and those packs are just not ones that I think of as having really cute clothes. So, and like I said, I did adjust some of their facial features a bit to be more like realistic, or same with some of their body shape. Like some of them had like really tiny waists, and that is just not how I would make my Sims look if I was creating them for the first time. So also, you've probably noticed I am using CC, so what I decided to do in terms of how much CC I'm using, I gave them all skin details, CC hair, and then I gave them all one custom content outfit for their everyday wear, except one person. I just used in-game items for all their outfits, but more on that later. So all of their other outfits besides their everyday wear, they're all in-game items, or like they reuse items from their everyday wear, and that way, just in case anyone wants to download it, it's not as much to download. But it did take me a little while to kind of find Iris's style. I was thinking of giving her a dress, and then none of them were really speaking to me, but eventually I put her in this plaid skirt, and once she was in that, I was like, yep, this is perfect. This is exactly what I think she'd wear. So I think she is really cute, and I also made her a cheerleader because it just seemed fitting since she's athletic and she wants to be an admired icon and be like that girl. So it just seemed right. Next we have Miles, and he loves the outdoors and is creative, and he wants to be in gardening, so he was definitely giving hippie vibes, and I wanted to keep that somewhat similar, but also a bit more like typical teen 2024 bisexual low-key vibes, because I was definitely getting bi energy from Miles, so I did make that canon for his character. And I also wanted to keep the long blonde hair, but he had a bit too much of a beard for a teen in my opinion, but I did still give him like a little bit of facial hair as an homage to his original form. His style came together pretty easily for me though. I feel like when he gets to college, he'll experiment around with his style and probably become more hippie vibes then. I know that's what happened to a lot of my friends that I made in college, so that's kind of what I'm thinking for him. He's one of the only Sims in my household though that I didn't put in an after-school activity because I pictured him as being in a band, maybe like playing guitar, and maybe he plays guitar sitting outside and sings or whatever at the start, and then maybe partway through high school he would like form a band. I think that would be really cool. I actually think that one of the other Sims in my household would be in the band with him, and I'll show you her later on. So anyway, I feel like his style is now appropriately giving Gen Z instead of like low-key millennial. I mean, his outfit wasn't as bad as some of the girls, but he definitely needed a full refresh since it's been literally 8 years. Next we have Azure, and she's definitely the sim that I changed the most and took the most creative liberties with because I actually changed her skin tone to be significantly darker, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that or not because there is something that feels a bit weird about that, but at the same time, my goal was to reimagine this household how I would create them now, and I definitely make more of an effort to have a larger, more diverse range of skin tones in my household, so I just figured that's what I would do in 2024 creating her. And originally she is a genius and a perfectionist, so she's like super smart, kind of nerdy vibes, but I did want to give her another layer to her character, so I did keep her as a genius, but I also gave her the art lover trait, and I picture her as kind of the like nerdy artsy girl that she's always drawing in class because she already knows what the teacher is talking about. And she's also on the computer team, and so she'll be programming, and I just feel like she's probably a very talented digital artist, so, and that is a skill that I very badly wish I possessed, but yeah, anyway, I feel like she wouldn't be considered popular, I guess, but a lot of people, you know, like her and think that she's super nice and just want to be her friend, and I just love people like that, so I was so glad also to get rid of the blazer she was wearing. She definitely had the worst outfit of the squad, especially for a group of teenagers. Like, maybe for a middle-aged sim heading to the office, I would give them that outfit, but definitely not a teen heading to school. Like, there ain't no way, but I am obsessed with how she turned out. I love her outfit, definitely something that I would wear, and her glasses and her hair, it's just everything. Like, she is definitely one of my favorites of the day. And again, all of the links will be down below for you, like over on my Tumblr, so if there's anything you're looking for, it'll be linked there for you. Okay, next we have Charlie, and I think it's just because I don't have as much custom content for masculine frame sims, but I was just feeling the in-game clothes for him, so he does have custom content, hair and skin details and stuff, but all of his clothes are just DLC, so he is kind of like the stereotypical empty-headed jock. I didn't want him to be like a major douchebag or anything, but he's just kind of like every typical straight cis dude, you know, like stereotypical, he plays football. Like, I actually do think though he has a crush on my next sim named Shani, and I'll tell you a little bit more about her when we get to her next, but she's kind of like a girl that I think he wouldn't tell his other football friends that he likes her, even though like she's super cool. But yeah, since he kind of has basic everyday dude outfits, they were pretty easy to put together because a lot of guys like this just will like throw on shorts and whatever shirt and sneakers and then they're out. So I feel like it is good to have some characters like this in my game though, because sometimes I'll have my teen sims have a plain ass boyfriend before finding someone else. So not that there's anything wrong with being that necessarily. I feel like I'm ragging too much on this guy, but I feel like he's the kind of dude that wouldn't mind being perceived as that because he just knows it and he's cool with that. And yeah, I also kept his traits the same. He's an active sim and he's a bro. And he's definitely giving like frat boy in college, not, you know, the sharpest tool in the shed, but fairly nice. People like him enough, you know, the classic. And lastly, we have Shani, who is super cute, and she didn't start out this way, but she kind of turns into more of a grunge girl as the makeover goes on, just a little bit. But I feel like she loves going to local concerts and, you know, she loves to cook and eat and experience life. She is a foodie and she wants to be in the culinary career when she gets older. And she also has the dance machine trait, but I swapped it to be the party animal trait. And I kind of love that for her. She seems very free-spirited and she just wants to have fun and make the most out of every day. So she's actually who I thought Miles would be in a band with. I feel like she'd be the drummer and she would just love performing on stage for a small local crowd. I think that would be so cute to set up. I also mentioned how I think that Charlie has a crush on her, and I think that they're friends on the low, but she doesn't really like any of his friends, and I feel like he doesn't really want the school to know that they're friends or anything more because she's not really like who you would think his type would be, but I think maybe that would be interesting development for Charlie. I think that Shani doesn't know how she feels about Charlie, but I do think that she has a low-key crush on Azure, who is my nerdy art sim from earlier in this video. I think that they would be really cute together too, so if you end up downloading them, let me know who you're shipping because I can kind of see it either way, so. But I am getting to the end of this video. Both sets of these sims will be over on my gallery page at simgraze. I'll keep the crusty version up for a while too if anyone wants to see the evolution for themselves, but I would highly recommend not downloading them because they are very stuck in 2016, which is fine, but you know, not my current vibe. So also all of their CC links will be over on my Tumblr if anyone is interested in downloading them. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in my next video.